That was a good one. All right, well, start again. Let's just say, basically, the mental state is in a mathematics, yes? It's in a mathematics. It's trying to find many equations to get an equal, let's say, happy, satisfaction, joy, or peace, or serenity, or security, right? But its primary number is 1, and the 1 is fucking up all the equations. So you keep trying to change all the other numbers, yeah, but you can't seem to, you can't negate the 1 involved in it, and the 1's affecting the whole equation, yeah? Sort of like, if, and so you just keep tumbling and just keep hoping to get the combo that's going to work, but you become the biggest deterrent or impediment, yes, that 1. So what we're speaking here isn't trying to give a new mathematics to the primary number 1. We're just questioning the primary number. Let's maybe, if it's not 1, maybe it's 0. And then maybe the equations start working, yeah? As soon as you put the 0 there instead of the 1, it works. So, like St. Francis, it's in self-forgetting that you're fucking, whatever, reborn or something. All these little cryptic statements are saying, all right, there's got to be a forgetting of self, but self can't be trying to forget itself. See, when self tries to forget itself, that's remembering self. You see? You see the trick? So this is what we run into, and let's say you've hit that wall 50 times, and the only gear you know is back and forward. You're gonna, maybe get out of the car, so to speak. You know what I mean? The car's programmed to just get out, yeah? But you can't get out of the car if you're identified as the car. All you can do is try to improve the car, try to change the programming with the programming. And so these futile attempts have been noticed, and people have made statements about them with the hopes that, you hear them and it will fit. You go, wow. And so, like, having a knowledge of holes doesn't mean you're going to stay out of holes, yeah? There are probably a lot of professor of holes that are in the hole. You know what I mean? It's the value of it is that this knowledge is different because it's not of understanding or of experiencing or of having a losing. It's really of the nature of being, which is totally foreign to the mental state. The mental state it would like to become the being, but it can't get being, yeah, because it's built on wasing and willing. Yeah, it's built on time, and so in time everything is either growing or eroding. It can't just see that there's a verb without a noun. It's the mental logic just fucking burns up. Yeah, it just can't. If it ain't you did it, I didn't do it, God did it. Somehow there's got to be some fucking cause of all this. But who says that? It's just from a failed system. Yeah. So this is the beauty of this message: is you can understand what you're not. You can. You can see you're not that. The famous one in the Vedas, neti neti, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not, and then you arrive at, wow, I'm all there is, and I can't not it, yeah, because it's the I am that I am, yes? So this whole idea of understanding what you're not will hopefully trigger, instead of trying to approach what you are from what you're not, you'll get a hit of what you are by seeing what you're not. Not understanding what you're, but seeing it. Yeah? You'll just get it. It'll be a hit. Yeah, and then that hit changes the balance of that number, primary number. And so now mathematics leads to the idea in Zen of seeing blue is blue and red is red. Yes, the horse is in front of the cart. It's things now. It's like things they've been put in place, and when they're put in place, they've always been in place. All the idea that they were out of place was an imaginary, hypnotic little entertaining of impossibilities, really. Really. We are really the entertaining of impossibilities, being a separate, long-lasting, independent thing that's an impossibility, in fact. Yeah. So just go into physics. All there are is space, really. They break the atom, all there's just more and more space, more and more space. Halloween! So yeah, that's why we repeat. So you listen to the talks, and hopefully they trigger not a different topic to entertain, but a different way of entertaining. Yeah, so that there'll be a questioning of the mental logic. Yeah, a healthy one, and maybe you'll just, because it's sort of like this is a transmitter receiver. It can pick up more than one channel. You know, self-centeredness is fucking. You've just been listening to golden oldies forever, fucking ever, and just hoping things. I hear it all day with people. Oh, I'm hoping I will be okay. There's no sense of okayness. It's already put into time. I will be okay because I have a memory I was once okay. But the memory I once okay and the hope that I will be okay is verifying the fact that you're a fucking unokay. And you spend most of the time in unokayness hoping you will be okay or having nostalgia about when you were once okay. You see? You don't see, you're thinking these are antidotes, but they're reinforcing the idea that you're not okay. Truly. You don't see it. You think, oh, these are soothing bombs. They're not. They're reinforcing the exact fucking thing you don't want. Yeah? Yeah? That's what they do. If you don't see it, you're going to be looking from its effects. If you don't see what's going on, you're going to be looking from their effects. It's just that simple. If you don't see there's an actor being identified as what you're not, you're going to be taking to be that. And you're going to be, everything is going to be based on you being that. And that's off. Simple. It doesn't, no matter how much it tries to correct, it's being there to try to correct is the miscorrect, is the blur, is the static, is the scrambling. Yes? Like they say simply, the observation, which is us, distorts the observed. Yeah. We can't help it. We're the dreaming of the dreaming. We're giving everything all the meaning it has. Yeah. That's a huge role we have here. Yeah. So if you want all the meaning to be given through the sieve of being everything seen as being about you, then you're going to have to live in that self-centered little fucking paradigm where no matter how big the lens is here, it's all the focus on this. Yeah? All you're doing is seeing yourself in reverse all day. Yeah? Everything you see is there to reinforce the seer. Everything you fucking think is there to reinforce the thinker. Yeah? So you try to think yourself out of the thinking. How's that worked? It hasn't. Yeah? Feel yourself out. Now you want to know yourself out of that which is knowing. Fuck, you know. You know, my suggestion would be really do some service. Go to a soup kitchen. Don't help your family that you know. Go to someone you don't know. Just volunteer and you'll feel better than watching all the videos and reading the books. You serious will. Because you'll be drawn out of this fucking orbit that the self has set up. And it has noble planets and moons flying around it, yes? Nisargadatta, Maharaji, Mamaji, all fucking very tame, docile fucking moons of your mental planet, you know? Fucking throw as many dead masses as you want in there. Yes. If it's like that simple example of running water in like a creek or a lake, in a creek or a stream. And there, everything's going with it, right? There's a flow, leaves, twigs, shit like that. You can throw a piece of paper and you watch it go by, everything like that. The paper doesn't stop and start moving towards you. It's in the flow, yes? And then what happens is, let's take, you get a big rock and you put it in that water. Suddenly, the flow gets changed, and now it's starting to go around the rock. And it's bringing all the leaves and the twigs that we're going to keep going down, and they get stuck, and they start coagulating around this stationary little idea of you. And then after a while, you don't even see the water. You see leaves and twigs. You just You don't even see the surface of reward. There's nothing that can reflect. Yeah, it's just an opaque, fucking happy face or a sad face of you, historically and future. Yeah, you don't see. There's no reflection, which is mind's quality. You're not seeing anything in it. You think you know. Yeah. What would happen? So then you bitch about it, and I'm going to try to move this out. Just take the rock out, and then the flow will continue to go on. Yeah, simple as that. Just take you out of the equation, and the equation will make fucking sense. Now you can't take yourself out of it, so far out. So then what happens? You realize you're not that wishes it could get taken out of it, and then you're out of it by never being in it. You're never going to get out of it when it's based on you're in it. That out will be very temporary, and it'll reinforce the in even more. And then you'll see you're spending way more time in the in than the out. Yeah. So this way, you realize you were never in. There's no desire to get out, and that's being out. Yeah. You finally become Paul Hedderman completely, and because you're not Paul Hedderman. That's how it seems. That's my observation. Yeah. So you can't plan the escape, because the great wisdom of no escape is you can't escape from an imaginary place. They may not have meant that, the Buddhists that wrote that, but I'm meaning it that way. So the wisdom of no escape is you can't escape from an imaginary place. So chill out. Now we'll see that you're not that which can't chill out. And then you'll see time. You'll see the influence of time. The mental state is like a fucking galloping horse. It never stops. It just fucking rides and rides and rides. It can't help it. It doesn't find peace. Its relevance is in agitation. Yeah. If it keeps moving and grooving, it keeps going, then it seems to be so. If it actually comes to a halt, that's where it fears the most. Yeah. Don't waste time trying to conduct it into the way or deprogram it. Yes? Just see you're not that. Yeah. Just see you're not that, and then there'll be a loss of interest. There won't be an interest in losing interest. There'll be a loss of interest, really. And then you'll see how it gets distributed, and you realize the interest, there's just a huge amount of investment in yesterday and tomorrow. The mental state, its whole world is of time, yesterday and tomorrow. All that, 98% of the attention and interest can go, leave that, and I need to plan. You can plan, there is next month, it's not like you're in a timeless zone, the action figure, but it doesn't need it doesn't need all of the attention and interest, because it's not about yesterday and tomorrow, it's about you, because you're pictured in yesterday and you're pictured in tomorrow. That's the whole point of it. The whole system is to reinforce the idea of being the one. And therefore, you can't have another the one with the one. You'll be the one. So if you have a dead master and you say, oh, I love that person completely, and then they show up and they tell you, hey, you never had to do anything, you don't have to do anything ever again, and you never have to do anything, and then they disappear, I bet you an hour later you'll be meditating, because you're the fucking one. Yeah, you think you have the one, but you're the one, and you're the final arbiter, and you're that which is playing God, and you are not that which is playing God. Don't try to change that which is playing God. If you tell it, hey, you got to quit playing God, this is what happens in recovery. It says, hey, you got to quit playing God. So that which is playing God hears that. What does it do? It tries to quit playing God. Isn't that playing God? Where does it get out of itself? How can that which is playing God quit playing God? Just see you're not that which is playing God. It's your God juice it's using, really. Yeah, it is. It's using your God juice and putting it into yesterday and tomorrow. Yeah, to disperse it so that you feel lacking and you feel not enough and you feel all these fucking things. And of course it drives you to seek. Yeah, and the seeking implies a seeker. Yeah. There is no seeker seeking. There's seeking that implies the seeker. Yeah. Nothing has, no, they're seeking all day. Since you were a baby, you sought the teat of the mother immediately. You've been seeking, the action figure is seeking all fucking day. It's seeking a warm area when it's cold, or a nice cushioned seat when it's constantly looking for some fucking advantage. You're gonna try to change that as that? Give me a break. Do not wait for Steve to sort of go along with that you're the Buddha. Steve thinking it's the Buddha goes fucking nowhere. Have the Buddha thinking, hey, wait a minute, am I Steve? That goes somewhere. When the Buddha hears the message, this message goes somewhere. If you keep hearing it, you'll fucking keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. Yeah? And then the knowing of it will be a big deterrent. That's the dragon. You have so much book knowledge, it's like, it's worse than ever. Really, it is. Yeah. This is sort of like being really fucked up and then being, like those people who never think about anything. It's like arriving there, but having to go through a lot of shit to really appreciate it. Yeah? You become normal, it's fucking unbelievable. For some head that thought it was so special, unique, fucking all these years, to go this giant little nowhere, back to nowhere, and realize, I just look like a guy, fucking eats bologna sandwiches and follows the San Francisco Giants, and, you know what I mean? Looks forward to fishing in Clear Lake this weekend. So it's fucking, that's my goal. So chilled out. Yeah, but it was, I don't know. It's a simple message, yeah. If you've been watching too much, ease off of it. Do a service commitment. You'll feel much better than reading more books. Really, you will. And just, hopefully you'll be left with your own devices and you'll see they're not yours, really. I mean, if you keep fucking using them, you're never gonna see that they're not yours. Yeah, it's good just, if you can just check it out and watch what you're not. And in seeing that, you'll get a sense of what you are. And there will be a great, great leniency given to what you're not. Yes, a lot of acceptance and a lot of okayness, not in time, but now. Yeah. So, simple statement. I feel most of us are in this equation. We're looking for what we are from what we're not, yes? And this is just a simple shift of seeing what you're not, looking for what you are from what you are. Yeah. It's just that simple, yeah? Both are happening at the exact same time. One is of time, the other is timeless, yes? But they're both happening at the exact same time. Timelessness and time can happen exactly at the same time. Yeah? So here it is. So in time, there's a looking for what we are from what we're not. Yeah? It's the act of being identified as what you're not that causes that which you are to look for itself, basically, because it's identified as what it's not. Yeah? So it's forgotten, quote unquote, seemingly. It's appearing to it that it has forgotten its own Buddha nature, and now it's trying to look for the Buddha nature. But it starts from the idea that there's Paul's nature, yeah? So suddenly, when the Paul nature is dominating the Buddha nature, then Paul, what you're not, is being used by what you are to look for itself. Yeah? Now, this will produce a lot of effects that aren't that expanding, they aren't that enlivening, that aren't that blissful. So you have to look at what's going on, and maybe you'll see what you're not, looking for what you are from what you are. So you'll see Bill trying to get, how can how can I not use the Buddha to seek the Buddha? Yeah, you don't. So you see you're not Bill, and that thing gets dispersed. So now you see that the Buddha, you're suddenly seeing from the Buddha, you're seeing Bill. I don't know. I lost it there myself. I lost interest in it on the way. Just seriously, the thing is, I lost interest in the Bill part. So, what you are, is looking at what you're not, looking for what it is. Yes, you see? Or it's seeing, no, I missed it again. We'll have to do some editing here. What you are, I just have to get the flavor of it. At the same moment right now, you believe you're looking at me from there, it can switch. Well, you'll see what's looking, from what you are. You'll see it, It will be like we used to share about realization. For some people, realization, you become very clear, and then you're thinking no one else is, all this starts happening. There's a lot of big openings of realization. But you're still implanted as the source, or as the cause, or as the one. But this message goes like this. And then you see this from somewhere else, And obviously this isn't in the somewhere else, but you are in the somewhere else. So suddenly this, that was being construed as you, is seen through in a sense. It could take a second, it doesn't matter, because the mind will never forget. You may think you forgot, mind doesn't forget, ever, It may have blown a little momentum into this dream, like you're gonna live to maybe 80 or 90, but it doesn't go on forever, and you get a break every night when you go to sleep. Not a bad deal. So you'll dream yourself out of the dream, and as you do, the dream will get happier, which means it's gonna end. And when this ends, it'll be like it never happened. There won't be any part of you sitting about, I really blew it, didn't I? There won't be anyone. There's never been a someone. There's never been a someone. That's the point. If you believe this is going to happen in time, when it does, it tells you it's always been that way. So did it happen in time? Or as Ramana Maharshi says, it's always realized, always realized. It's not suddenly realized, it's always realized. Always. So maybe, just maybe, it can intervene in time and give you a whack, and then there's a story that something happened to you that's changed you completely, but that's just another aspect of the dreaming, Because the fact is, we're all awake, and here you can seem to be awake to that idea, or you can seem to be asleep to that idea. It doesn't change the fact that we're awake, You can fake like you're not for 80 years, and some of it is by trying to become awake, is one of the great ways of faking that you're not awake. Because what would want to waken up is something that's not awake, obviously. Something that's awake, it would never come to mind. It would never think of putting on a pair of pants if it has a pants on it ready. You know what I mean? It would just, those things wouldn't come up. But it's, see, again, that wanting, knowing it or not, the head's doing it. That wanting to awake is reinforcing the idea that you're not awake. The more you try to be awake, the more it reinforces that you're unawake. And then there's hope, but it's not going to ever change. It's constantly going to be reinforcing what isn't so. It's like Ramana says it beautifully. I don't know, I may mean it totally different than he was meaning it, but he says there's a presupposing of a non-existent thing, which would be it's sort of like the glove. There's a presupposing of a non-existent thing, the glove being the hand, And now suddenly, as the glove, driven by the hand, but not noticing the hand. The glove wants to get salvation for the glove. It wants to be an awakened glove, so to speak, yeah? So now it attempts to try to awake as the glove, and it realizes it falls into all the pitfalls, and then he realizes, well, I've got to see that I'm not a glove. But then it gets trapped in another hole, which is it's going to try to see it's not a glove as a glove. So the more it tries to become a non-glove, it's more gloving than ever, yeah? So, all right, you break through that one, and finally you entertain, hey, the message gets not to the glove, but to the hand, and the hand hears the message, hey, you may not be a glove, and the hand has a possibility that wasn't available a second before, which is, hey, I can take my hand out. If I'm not the glove, if I'm not sewn with flesh and blood onto this thing, I can just pull my hand out. Yeah, there you go. And then when it pulls its hand out, it realizes I'm a hand, but it's always been a hand. It was never a glove for 1 second. Yeah? So its realization at first is it's said mistakenly, because it's like, oh, a sudden realization, I'm a hand, but the fact that it's been the hand has been the inherent condition. So basically, you get over that, I'm a hand, and you realize, geez, that's all I ever been is a hand. It's not like I'm a hand now, and I wasn't before, yeah? Yeah. So then what happens? Ooh, the hand goes back into the glove, why not? And there it is, it's living the glove life, and then it realizes the glove has a very coarse surface, or whatever it interprets is going to be sort of coarse, and you've given up you're not trying to change the spots on the fucking tiger or whatever, leopard, yeah? You realize it's just the fucking nature of the thing. I'm not spending another freaking second trying to change the source code of this, because it believes it has free will, it believes this, it believes that. Why waste any time trying to convince it otherwise? Because even if you do, it won't be so in a second later. It'll be unconvinced and convinced, unconvinced, because it's a dualistic system. It's thoroughly convinced, and then 5 minutes later, it's completely unconvinced. There's no reliance. Where are you going to rely on that? Yeah, there's no rest. So see, to me, this had to be taken care of in this life, the action figure, because I was veering off and running into people and things and places. So thank God something corrected it, right? By putting me in jails and institutions until something could occur where now this is just like grazing in a field. It's not burning down houses. I'm not like a threat to society. You know what I mean? I'm not still stealing the silverware, none of that, yeah? So chill out. And then, I try to keep it, healthy, and then that's it, yeah? It reaches enough on its gauges. It's not like, it's like on a Toyota gauge of being a Ferrari. It's never going to reach that. It's just enough, yeah? Enough, not like I'm the greatest. No, enough. And then it drives pretty well. Yeah, the spark's good. And then the mind can be free from all of that attending to all of its consequences, yeah, and getting caught up in the world of the glove. Because if you are, when the glove is really feeling antsy and anxious, it may want to not be a glove, but that doesn't work. Non-duality can't be approached in a sense that way. You can't try to use it as an advantage for the glove, yeah? It will fail miserably. It's more of a relaxed, hey, it's not like a denial. No, I'm not that. It's like a matter of fact, hey, I'm not that, No big deal. I'm just not that. It's that simple. I mean, and then we have this statement we use a lot here from an old yogic mantra, which is gone, 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 to the other shore. In Buddhism, they talk about the other shore. You never get on a boat going there. The other shore, gone, gone, gone to the other shore, arriving at the other shore on having never left. So in time, it looked like you arrived. When you seemingly arrive at the other shore, it tells you you've never left. So, were you really gone, gone, gone? So you can cut out the gone, other shore got cut out, other shore, and just on having never left. See how your day is held that way. Hey, upon having never left. And then you'll see what motivates all the angst and everything. Oh, you'll see it. You always get to know the problem from the relief of it. Yeah. When you get relieved of something, then you know about it. You do. That's the best knowledge. The best knowledge comes through relief. Yeah. So you get relief from it, and then you see, Jesus, that whole mental state, that whole mental slinky thing is upon arriving. It's about going and arriving and getting and bada, yes? It's to hear, to have it stop at on having never left. You watch it, maybe for 3 seconds, and then it's because the nature of it is agitated. Yes, it's of time. It's of time, and there's no enjoying peace in time. You'll be worried that it will disappear or won't be there on Wednesday or something like that. Yes, you won't be able to enjoy peace of mind. Peace of mind is not of time. Yeah, it's a timeless state, beyond state, really, and it's available. I mean, how more can it be available? You are that. Yeah, you can't be more available. You're so available, it can seem like you're not, because you never see yourself coming and going, because you never leave. Yeah, you're always, always, always here. So it's sort of like the fish probably doesn't even know it's wet, really. It's wet all the time, so it doesn't know it's wet. Yeah, probably has no idea. Same thing. We're completely immersed in this, not we are. That's what we are, is this state. And we've never not been that state. Yeah. I could go into stuff, but I don't want to. Just see the word my, see the idea of thinker, not thoughts, yeah? See the idea of feeler, not feeling. See the idea of doer, not doing. Yeah, just see it. Because the doing, the feeling, and the thinking is what's happening, and then it's claimed to imply the doer, the thinker, and the feeler. So that which comes after is implied to be before. The trick is of time. So that which comes after is the mental idea of us, yeah? It comes after the conscious contact, and then suddenly it's implied, or it's supposed, or presupposed to be before. That's what happens. So we start, right? We're a product of a process, yet we start as if that's the beginning of it all. So now the idea of being like selfing, we use that term selfing. So people call me all the time, not anymore because I don't answer. So, but they used to call, and it would be like they hear the idea of selfing and they sort of get it. So they call me up, hey, I've been selfing all day. They don't see it. Yeah. So the selfing now suddenly they're the perfect illustration of what we're attempting to paint. Yeah. There was selfing. The selfing was claimed to imply Bill. Then Bill calls me up and says he's been selfing all day. Yeah? All right? Same thing. Selfing produces Mary, seemingly. Mary calls me up and says selfing's driving me crazy. Yes? No. The selfing was happening, and then there was a noun that was implied, and now the noun thinks it's being done to or is doing the verb. You think this happens once every month? It's all fucking day. This is a robbery of like a 0.111%. You don't even notice it, really. You don't notice. You believe there's nouns. You believe there's things. And you believe things are doing things. Yes? The nouns are responsible for the verbs. But really what's happening when you listen to people share, they will have a feeling and then they'll talk and say, I didn't want to feel that. But the feeling was, there was a consciousness of the feeling, and then the idea of them came after, and then it's assumed that they were before, and they go, I didn't want to feel that. So they assume they have power over which they have no power over, because the feeling already happened. Yes? They came after the feeling. but they still believe they have some say in the matter because they're assumed to be before the feeling. And if these my feelings, then why aren't they fucking behaving? Yeah? Like my thoughts. Why? My should, denote some kind of power over something, yes? This is my property, this is my car, these are my thoughts, but it doesn't, because the thinker is a thought. A thinker is another thought that's assumed to be the thinker of all the other thoughts. It's just another robbery. Just see it. And then you'll lose interest in feeling fucking great. You really will. You'll just be feeling. Yeah. If people ask me how I am, I have no idea. I'm not checking in, really. Just fucking living, driving, going here, going there. The day's over, lay down. I couldn't wait to see what was I doing. Fuck, I have no fucking clue. I don't care. Yeah? I know I'm not fucking things up. So there doesn't need to be a high observant, I don't have to be highly observant of Paul. I really don't. He's got a long leash. What did I do? I stole something, extra, like a lid for the latte or something. Wow. So I have it in the car. Wow, I can go make amends for that. I stole a lid. I'm not that fucking important, And I'm not that. Yes? Jeez. All right, well, that's that, I don't know. We need to edit these things, bro. I'm getting tired of these talks.
Especially the marathon.
Trying, what?
Right now.
Yes.
I'm going to sit down and go over.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do that either. Yeah.
I have a question.
All right. Yeah.
When you
We
say
don't have any questions on Wednesday. Only Saturday.
it's not really, it's just about something you said.
All right, go ahead.
You said the mind never forgets.
No, mind never forgets.
Mind never, that means the mind that's the
Big
machine.
mind.
The machine.
No, the big M mind.
Oh, the big M mind never
Yes,
forgets.
yes.
You mean like the source mind?
Okay.
Source mind, whatever. Yes.
Okay.
What we
Not
are.
these minds.
No.
I thought maybe the smaller mind does remember every time it broke down and it doesn't like it, so maybe it, I don't know.
No.
Okay, right.
The mind, the mental, that which is being produced by the mental states arises every second. There's no mind. There's no conditional mind. There's just thoughts and feelings and sensations that are being used to produce a narrative. Yeah? Yeah. Everything is just happening. It's verbing. Everything's verbing. Tell me where there's a now, really. Consciousness, can you call that a noun? Can you call consciousness a thing? When you're seeing, does it like have a hand and a little eye there? No, seeing, there's something, consciousness, yes? An alert, brilliant, reflective surface, yes? That notices going on. There's no volition in that. The idea of you and I comes after that. Conscious contact is what's happening. There's seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, touching, and thinking about seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, and touching. Yeah? That's going on. And then there's an idea of that it's you that's seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting that comes afterwards. It's produced, it's a process the brain is doing, yeah? You didn't have it when you were a baby. There was no sense of a you then. It's been produced in this dreaming, yeah? It's been produced. So that which comes after now is said to be before, and for it to be that which is before has to be seemingly fucking forgotten. Yes? It wrote its whole story. Do you think it ever wants to really arrive at where you want to go? It has no intention. That's why it knows you're driving away from where you want to be. You're not driving towards it. It'll fucking, write playlists for you. Go on and on, yes, on and on and on. This is no trouble with it, yeah? The thing is to sit there and see that it's driven by relevance. It can only come up, it lives as a meaning. It doesn't have any of its own light. It's like a moon that has to forget the sun so that it can parade as the sun. Really, it's reflected light. Yeah.
So, I'm not sure how to explain this or word it or ask it, but the notion of other seems to be like both a projection and also that there is other. I mean,
Yeah. Yes, in the action figure world, there's another. Again, this is very important. Do not waste time trying to convince the dreamt that it's dreaming. Please, it doesn't go anywhere. Let the dreamt be in the dreamt. Yeah?
okay.
Yes. You don't have to be beholden to it. You're not that. But it doesn't go anywhere trying to convince the dreamt that it's dreaming.
That it's projecting.
No, because that which it's projected. It does no good for the projected to think it's or to try to understand the projecting. It's like the fucking brush of the artist always trying to look back. Yes? Just fucking play your role. Yeah? Play your role. You're an expression. The expression turns around, doesn't go anywhere. Just see you're not that. What has all your understanding? All right, start with this. All right, so now you, but not talking about any you, thinks they know it's projection, not perception. That doesn't go anywhere if something is that which can be perceived tries to understand that. It doesn't go anywhere. I've seen it. I know, maybe it will someday, but I'm off that bus of what it will someday. I'm saying, don't waste freaking time trying to change the source code of this. This thing has its fucking programming. Yes, just know its limitations and realize, just see that you're not that. And then you'll lose interest in trying to fucking force feed it some of this understanding. It just spits it right up. It's built a certain way, and it's right for here. It's the accessing, it's the drive of the dreaming, the dreamt, you know? The dreaming wouldn't be taken to be real unless it was seen from the dreamt, yeah? Know its limitations, and you're not that, yeah? That's why the old thing in Zen, and I don't know, is the highest form of mind. Because this thing thinks knowing is the highest form of mind. The highest form of mind is I don't know. Because it's above your pay scale. It's above your pay scale. Yeah? Let the dreaming hear that it's dreaming. Yes. And know what happens? Instead of thinking I should have 50 Cadillacs and everything should be great, you'll be able to fit yourself around circumstances. Circumstances you could not possibly fit around before. Not because this is an expression, this is not a cause. You're not going to fucking cause this to be different. Yeah? Just see you're not that, and this will be used to express that which you are. Yeah? Through that which you're not. And it'll be so beautiful because that which you're not will have no way to be able to reach around and claim to be the producer or the cause of the changes. Yeah? It will see that it's purely an effect. Things are changing somewhere, nowhere, whatever, and then they sort of trickle down and they get expressed through Paul, and Paul travels later. Paul realizes, Jesus, that's all I ever wanted, Paul. Yeah? It doesn't want to go fucking to the 12th level of fucking nirvana. It just wants a nice, organic bed or something, nice pillow. Yeah, it doesn't ask for much. It has its little drives and fucking, yeah. Now it's out of the way and mind can entertain other possibilities. Not as this or through this, but as what it is. Yeah? Yeah. And this will be the better for it. Because whatever gets impressed is going to express, and I'm telling you, you're the form of expression here. Really. If mind gets impressed with the idea, Yeah, hey, I'm not that. It's going to express it through this. Yeah. Yeah. And this will travel lighter. And then it's what more do you want, really?
What about, like Ram Dass, he used LSD so long, but do you recommend to kind of like, use some kind of chemical?
Use LSD? I recommend do some service. Yeah, and then, man, you'll lose interest in should I or shouldn't I do LSD, because you'll have what you were hoping LSD may bring about. You'll be out of yourself. I'm serious. It's a fucking tried and true thing. The first talks I did, I went to Toronto. First ones. And I was usually talking in recovery before. And I went to Toronto, and a guy was there, and he had a head full of this non-duality. And he was just talking right up from here. I mean, there was just right up here. And I told him, hey, don't come back to the next fucking session. Go do some service, not to your family members, but to some strangers. It's going to do you a lot more than what this is doing for you. This is just aggravating you more and more. You would have been better off if you'd never heard the word awakening or fucking enlightenment. You would have been. This would have been. This would have been. This, when it tries to follow the heed of the clarion call, because if you take yourself to be this, then you're thinking this is going to wake up. It's way too much of a burden for this. Yes, the action figure cannot answer that call. It can't. It's not gonna, it's still gonna be here. So, be clear what's hearing the message. Be here what's claiming to be the hearer of the message. Because the message isn't to you, it's to what you are, about you. And it's not coming from this you, it's coming from somewhere else through this. Yes? Let's get it clear. Yeah. And I realized humbly that the claiming of the mental state is so quick that it will keep taking itself to be the hearer of the message, and it neuters the message. Because as soon as the observation is from you, it distorts the observed. So in this case, you believe you're the one who's observing or hearing the message, you distort the message. Yeah, that's why we have to keep sharing, because you would think if you're a lion and I'm a lion and this lion goes to you and says, hey, you're a lion, you would think that's pretty clear, communication. You already are that which is being communicated. How long should it fucking take? But then it's amazing. Then I would get closer, thinking if I could get closer, it would be harder to scramble it. But it has nothing to do with distance or time. It's sort of like as soon as the message goes out, the mental state claims to be the hearer of it, and the mental state is assuming it's a fucking sheep. So now the sheep goes, oh, I really like that message. I can become like a lion. I swear to God, it's unbelievable. Since I used to share a lot in recovery. You would say something, and 5 different people would come up and tell you what you said, and it had nothing to do with what you were meaning. Not even close. You're like, who the fuck were they listening to? But it doesn't matter. It's out of my jurisdiction. But I'm telling you this. You're a lion. I'm telling you, the mental state, here's the message. I don't care if you're an inch away. The mental state is that fast in time. It claims it, and it turns into, I can become like a lion. That's not the message. Yeah. So that's what we keep doing. Keep throwing the ball over everyone's head with the hopes. Oh, I remember in LA, my friend was the doorman. He says, all these people come up to me and saying, everything this guy says, meaning this, Paul, goes over my head. And so he asked me about it. I said, that's the fucking point. I'm throwing it over the head. I don't want them to get it. I don't want to give them any time to, I really like what he said, because they're going to say something else. I want to overwhelm the fucking system so that something can get through, and I have faith in it, and all it takes is that one little tickle. Yeah. So, yes, that would be my suggestion. You don't need LSD. LSD, yeah. And remember, you have different times and different seed assignments. Yeah. Some things aren't for you in this world. Like certain things. Maybe it was for me 20 years ago, but maybe it isn't for me now. Yeah, we all have different seat assignments. The seats change, the assignments of the seat. Find what's your calling, and you'll really be closer to what you're looking for when you're not interested in it. Yeah, so service is a good way, I think. And so I have a job for you this Saturday. My car needs to be washed.
Tell me about your car.
I've tailored the service, targeting it for me. No, I mean really, just see if you can be of help. A lot of people need help. They do, little things, you know. Yeah. Don't let this, you know, non-duality is a very tricky thing as an idea or a topic. It can really lead to some weird pretzeling, some weird, like fucking non-dual yogic postures of understanding. It really can. And because again, we're believing this is the vehicle that's going to arrive or get non-duality. It isn't. This is a total dualistic programming, yes? Me, you, this, that. There's two hemispheres, two eyes, two ears, on left, right, this, and everything is facing this way. Our whole attention goes out all the time. Yeah, this was not meant to be a chariot of the gods. Yeah, it's meant for exactly what's happening. Yeah. So let's go eat, eh? Hungry? Yes. All right. So any more questions? No. No.
You got the hat?
Oh yeah. Well.